go. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Hi, Nuno. First of all, I guess you sit here on the eve of a new Premier League season, at the start of a new reign, a new club for you. How are you feeling, and how's the first 6 weeks been at Tottenham?
It's been good. Everybody is feeling good and working very hard, preparing ourselves, and we are almost ready to go. We start on Sunday.
And what are you expecting in your first game? I mean, doesn't get much harder than facing the champions in the first game. What are you expecting from this City side? And also, what are you expecting the threat of their new signing, Jack Grealish, to be?
We expect a tough match, very tough match, of course. Quality players, very talented squad. We expect a tough match, like all the matches in the Premier League. And all the squads have very good players.
Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about Harry Kane. He's back in training today, I've seen. Have you had a chance to sit down with him? And can you tell us a little bit more about that conversation and how it went?
Yeah, Harry joined the group today. He trained. We had a talk. Of course, it's a private conversation, but everything is okay. He's preparing himself, like Brian, like Romero, players that join us later. We have to be careful, but everything's okay.
And is he available for selection Sunday?
We still have the session of tomorrow to decide. Like I mentioned to you, Romero, Brian, players, Harry, players that don't have too much and too many sessions with us. We have to think, and we still have the day of tomorrow to make the decisions.
Okay, and let's talk about his future. Obviously, there's been a lot of speculation surrounding that. Do you expect Harry Kane to be a Tottenham player at the end of the transfer window?
He's here with us. He's a Tottenham player. It's here with us. And we have to think about tomorrow. Let's prepare the training session of tomorrow and we go day by day. But all the players that have worked with us are our players.
Okay, and moving on, can I ask about Tanguy Ndombele? He hasn't featured in your 5 pre-season games, wasn't in the squad against Arsenal. Is there a reason behind that, and has he still got a future at Tottenham?
There's always a reason in all the decisions that we make. There's always a why, because we think, we talk, and then we decide. And we believe that Tanguy didn't perform in the pre-season matches because we consider that it's not the right moment for him to be with the group in terms of competition.
Hi, Nuno.
Hello.
Manchester City had a slower start last season. They tended to grow into it as the season went on when they became more prolific. In your opinion, is this a better time to play them as an opening fixture?
It's the time that the schedule says. We have to play all the opponents of the Premier League 2 times. 2 times. We start with City. And it's about us. We know that we're going to face a tough opponent, a quality opponent, but it's about us. The things that we want to do in the game, the way we want and the how we want to compete. We are focused on ourselves and trying to be a good team.
In terms of your wingers, you've got Bergwijn and Mora, who did very well in pre-season. Will they have a more attacking role this time?
They are attacking players. Like Harry, like Brian. Players that they need to perform on the final third of the pitch. So it's up to us as a team to try and create and build and produce chances for them to do what they do best. They are so talented, and I expect, of course, that the main part of their game be on the offensive part, but their tasks also are defensive in terms of shape, in terms of recovering, reaction to loss of the ball. The game is so dynamic that so many times players are out of position and they have to perform and do the tasks inside of the team.
Finally, have you managed to have many one-on-one sessions with players in terms of just meetings or on the training pitch just one-on-one?
1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, 4-on-4, 1-on-20, 1-on-25. It's the way we work. We speak constantly. My way is about dialogue. It's about listening a lot, and then work is what I do most. Is work.
Thank you, Nuno.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lindsay. We'll go to Ian Abrahams from Social.
Hi Nuno, how are you?
Hello.
Can you explain the confusion for us over when Harry Kane returned? Because there was that Monday when he didn't show up for training, and then there were stories that Spurs might fine him. And then come the Friday, Harry put out a statement last Friday saying, well, actually, I've been in America, wasn't due back till this week, and then I'll be isolating at the lodge before taking my coronavirus test.
Yeah, I think there's no confusion at all. Harry had to he submit himself to the protocols of the quarantine. He had to be in isolation. He did it here in the lodge. It was a long period that he had to be by himself, not easy at all. Then we had the negative test and he joined the group.
The confusion though came on that first Monday. Everybody seemed to think he was due back on that first Monday. And when he wasn't, there was no statement from anybody saying, well, actually, don't worry, he's not due back till next week. That's what I'm trying to get at, that confusion.
Yeah, but that is your confusion. It's not our confusion.
Are you happy having a player in the squad who doesn't want to be at the club? And I don't mean that in a horrible way. Regarding Harry, are you happy having a player at the club who is perceived doesn't want to be at the club this season?
Look, my job is to prepare Tottenham players the best that I can. I don't have any concern on trying to convince players to play for Tottenham, because it's such a huge club, such a fantastic club that we should be proud of being here. So my job is to prepare players. They know that is the way we work. Prepare them every day.
2 years ago, Spurs were in the Champions League final. What Nuno is the ambition for this season for you, realistically, for Tottenham?
Tomorrow, the training session of tomorrow. We don't go beyond that. Preparing well tomorrow, the training sessions. I think you know me already.
Yeah, I do. And finally, can I just ask you, a couple of weeks left of the transfer window.
There's been a lot of talk about Harry Kane in this press conference so far. A lot of talk before Harry Kane, before this press conference took place, and you talk about how, you're keen, or your job is to prepare the players as best as you can for the season ahead. How damaging can Harry Kane and the constant, question marks over his future be to your season as a distraction to what you're trying to achieve?
Look, we cannot control what's happening outside the building. We cannot control it. The news, the speculation, the rumors, all these things that surround us as a club. But we, as a group of players, we close ourselves. That's the best way that we have to prepare ourselves. So among us cannot be distractions. We are clear on what we have to do.
Nuno, this week you've seen Brian Hill join the club after his spell at the Olympics. What have been your first impressions of the new signing?
He's young, very talented. We saw him before we brought him, but very talented player, very good 1v1s. He needs time, not only because his age, but the way he plays football. And he's going to face the toughest competition in the world, that is the Premier League, where are the best players, the best defenders. So it's going to be hard. But we are here to support him, to help him, and to try and find good solutions to help the team. But very talented player, very, very talented player.
Hi Nuno, are you okay?
I'm okay.
Good. There's been a lot of focus on Harry Kane, but Heung-min Son has been another world-class player for Tottenham. He's perhaps playing a more central role, and you've added two wide players. Do you see him playing through the middle a little bit more this season?
Yes, I do. That's why we decide to Sonny to play with Lucas and Stevie on the wide areas, because we believe with the talent that he has, he can help and do good things. Sonny is a player that, besides all the talent that he has an energy and has adaptability, and is versatile enough to play on different positions in the front three, being one of those in the central areas.
Thank you.
Thank you.